Hi, my exotical beauties. It's your girl back with another one, Exotical Rants. And let's get right into it. Why do people come to the big city and get, really effed up? It's a lot of reasons, but I'm going to give my top 5 reasons why girls come to the city and they do not get what they expect to get from the big city and usually go home sad or broken or a mix in between feelings or just in shambles. Let's go ahead and start. Number 1, they're not prepared for quick changes. In most major cities like New York, Atlanta, Miami, Houston, Dallas, or whatever, there's a lot of quick changes in these cities. These are major cities. And when you're from a small town, you're not used to those quick changes with people, with places, even sometimes with businesses. They change very quickly and it adapts very quickly. You're not used to that, so you're not prepared for that. And a lot of times people come to the big city and they take people at face value, which is fine in most small towns because people are so interconnected in small towns. Lying and being dishonest and, being seen as kind of unmoral is going to be known everywhere in a small town. But in the big city, not so much because most people don't have those familiar family ties. So, it's easier for people to move in different ways around different people and even have multiple personalities, have multiple they live double lives basically. So it's a lot of quick changes. So if you're not a person that's observant over time, you don't give your trust right away, but you're observant over time. You try to get to know somebody before you make any major decisions about them. Maybe it takes a year or maybe it takes 3 years. You'll be able to contact clues in environments and social situations more quickly because you're not trying to rush into anything and you're just being the observer. Okay. Number 2, why people come to big cities and really get effed up. Not prepared for the male attention, especially young women like us, exoticals. In small towns, people, of course, are going to be nicer to you. You're pretty, but everybody knows you, so they're not going to be too outrageous. But in bigger cities, you're not prepared for the amount of male attention you're going to get. When you walk down the street, you could have, within 10 minutes, you could have at least 20 guys hit on you. That's great for your ego, but bad if you think that they really like you. No, they don't really like you. They just like the outside appearance and they are sexually attracted to you. So that's what they're liking. And if you're not prepared for that and you're not prepared to have boundaries and be basically able to say, no, I'm not up for a night of fun with you. Or you're a person that's not good with being direct with men, moving to a major city may not be for you because you will have a lot of very direct and persuasive men. And if you're not ready to keep clear boundaries, things cannot go well for you really quickly. I know a lot of women that have came to big cities and really went back home with a baby and a lot of other problems. And it's because they didn't know how to say no. Let's go with number 3. Come to the big city and really get effed up. A lot of women come to the big city and they're not aware of the cost of living, really, the true cost of living. And so they're trying to keep up with the Joneses and they overspend. And this is the quickest way to have to run back home is you overspend, you're in debt or you're about to get evicted because you're not able to keep up with your monthly cost. That's the major one. A lot of people oh, I hate this city. And they make videos about how they hate that city, that particular city, because they weren't ready for the financial responsibility of living in that city. Let's go to number 5. Why a lot of young women come to the big city and really get effed up. They do not know how to build a support system. And building a support system means finding people that you can trust. That have no ulterior motive toward you. They're just just genuinely cool people to hang around. You guys genuinely have common interest, and like you guys begin to friendship out of trust and loyalty and just, you know, common things. And it's really hard to build that in a big city. A lot of people are here today, going tomorrow. So it's really hard, and it takes time. So if you move to a city and in a year you haven't really found a great support system, that's not surprising, because it usually takes a couple years. Because people that remain in the city, they travel, are like permanent residents. They travel, they may not be there the whole year. So it takes time for them to see you a couple times, you to see them a couple times, or more than a couple times, for them to be like, oh, okay, or you guys to spark up a conversation about mutual interest. And discernment. Really finding that group of people that like you for you. And this is the thing I always stress about doing activities outside of work, outside of church, if you go to church, or outside of certain organizations, just doing hobbies like trail walks, hiking, do like, just like they may have like something for women or something for younger women, or like anything like a roller skating party, something fun where you're interacting with people that you normally wouldn't interact with, but it's like in a relaxed social setting and is no pressure. Those are the best way to meet like mutual, like to meet friends with mutual interest. So a lot of times when you go to a big city, please take your time. Please do your research. Please visit more than a couple times, and please visit the parts of the city where you would want to live, and just do a lot of research. Visit a ton of times. Make sure you have a lot of money saved up. I would suggest at least 10 grand saved up in your emergency fund outside of what you've saved up to move, just in case major changes happen. Your car break down, you have to move right away because you moved into a complex, and this complex is just like maybe too hood for you, or they have a lot of problems, or you feel uncomfortable doing your daily activities in this area. So just really do your research, visit a ton, and don't be afraid to ask locals, like in small locally ran shops, how they feel and like what are the best areas. But for any more tips, girls, you know what you can do. Like and subscribe. Have a great day. And remember, discernment, ladies. That's our best friend. Have a great day, Exoticals. Bye.